Hello there and welcome to your breakfast tonic on television. Welcome to iBrand Daybreak. And I'm not alone here. My name is Michael Nat, by the way. I've got my partner in the profession and friend in the field, Margaret Opara. Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning, Michael.
It rained cats and dogs last night.
Oh yeah, and I like the feel. I like it was really hot, but it made everywhere look feel really cool. I think I like not too much rain, because when it rains everywhere gets so sticky and muddy. Yeah. So I like the feel.
Had you already slept when it started raining? Or?
Yes. I think I was just like less than an hour into my sleep, then I heard all the the wind outside the windows, and it was a beautiful feeling. Yeah.
Oh, and a windy one too.
A windy feeling too, and it made everywhere cold this morning. And
and as usual, we've got a lot to dish out.
Oh yeah. On the show today, we have a news update, paper review. We have the tweet central. We have a topic, an important topic that would like you to share your thoughts with us on the comment section, the live chat below. But first, we have to delve into the news update now. It says 17 persons were yesterday and this morning killed, while many injured by people suspected to be killer herdsmen in Angbege, Udam, in a local government in Benue State. A survivor, Felicia Ano, narrated the attackers came through Akwachi in Otupo local government, launched attack at Angbege at about 5 p.m. killing 15 people, injuring 26, and burning houses. According to a report, the attackers also ambushed Nakanagia Agagbe Road, killing 2 people on motorcycle while 4 hospitalized. This incident prompted a peaceful protest in Naka town. Pastor Tule Sunday, who spoke on behalf of the community, expressed his grievance and called on the government to intervene.
Bauchi state government has raised the alarm over infiltration of 4 local government areas by Boko Haram following vandalism of telecommunication masts in Gamawa. Now, it said the influx of people from neighboring Yobe, where recent attack by Boko Haram in Gaidam community occurred, has made the affected local governments vulnerable to terrorists. Addressing newsmen at the government house, Bauchi, the secretary to the state government, Sabiu Baba, said 5 people have been arrested in connection with the mass vandalism. The SSG said the act by the suspected terrorists who had the intention of blocking communication in the preparation of attack points to imminent danger. He identified the affected local governments as Gamawa, Zaki, Dambam, and Darazo.
Right now, the federal government has approved the establishment of a National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. The new center will be domiciled in the office of the National Security Advisor, and retired Major General A.M. Diko has been appointed as Pioneer Coordinator. The announcement was made in a statement signed on Monday by the head Strategic Communication Office of the National Security Advisor, Sarika Uthman. Uthman said the decision is part of the ongoing restructuring of Nigerian security architecture.
"15 people were killed and 70 hurt when an overpass carrying Mexico City Metro train cars partially collapsed onto a road on Monday night, authorities said. A dramatic video on local channel Millennium TV shows the overpass of the Metro's 12 line collapsing on top of cars on a road below. Videos on television and social media showed emergency medical crews and firefighters coming through the wreckage looking for survivors. Mexico City Mayor Claudia Sheinbaum said 15 people were killed and that a car was trapped under the rubble.
And meanwhile, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates on Monday, May the 3rd, said they have decided to divorce, unnerving the philanthropic world. After a great deal of thoughts and work and a lot of work on our marriage relationship, we have decided to end our marriage. The two said in a statement posted on Twitter account of Bill Gates, who co-founded Microsoft Corp. We no longer believe we can go together as a couple in the next phase of our lives. We ask for space and privacy for our family as we begin to navigate this new life, their statement said. The financial details of the decision were not immediately clear. The two were co-chairs and trustees of a non-profit bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which launched in 2000.
Margaret, this reminds one of the saying, the rich also cries.
Yeah, the rich also cries.
So money is not everything after all.
After all, yeah. But we wish them luck in their decision. It's their decision. But we wish them luck, and in the next phase of their life, we wish them happiness that they really, really desire. Well,
okay. We're going to go on a brief break. We'll come back shortly with more. Stay tuned.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. Found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery. Ooh.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash, quick delivery.
It's Tuesday morning here on iBrandTV, and it's Daybreak. Right now, we're going to bring you headlines on some of today's Nigerian dailies. I'm going to start with The Guardian. State governments face historic liquidity crisis. Plan to spend 86% of yearly total revenues on recurring bills. We also have a major reversal growth trajectory hits telecoms industries. With riders there, sector loses 12.1 million subscribers in 5 months. Broadband penetration drops by 3.84% as 6 million Nigerians lose internet access. And future GDP growth contributions look bleak. Stakeholders foresee faster recovery. From the lower part of the paper, we have Boko Haram entering Bauchi from Yobe. Governor cries out. Herders kill 17 persons, injure others in Benue. Abductors threaten to kill remaining Greenfield varsity students. Demand 100 million naira from Kogi Council Chair. And we also have a probe agitations in polity. ANIM urges President. Margaret?
Yes, now we move to the Punch. It says, the top story says, outrage as Benue herders more than 19. Bandits vow to kill 17 varsity students. And with riders saying ACF Autumn Middlebelt Forum orders express anger say federal government lacks capacity to stop widespread killings. Bandits threaten to kill 17 abducted Kaduna undergraduates today after collecting 55 million ransom, demand 100 million naira. And beneath the paper says, Press Freedom Day, NHRC condemns NBC's fines, National Assembly anti-media bill, and gunmen abduct 3 Iparapa ranch owners, demand 10 million naira. And Fred Mbaka saying, by attacking me, current government courting girls rot. And the top part says, NICOM places insolvent defaulting insurance firms under watch. External reserve lost $350 million in 2 weeks, says the Central Bank of Nigeria. And minimum wage labor lashes defaulting government backed in litigation threats. And federal government prepares 400 suspected Boko Haram sponsors, BDC operators charges. Yeah.
From the Nation, we have businessmen arrested over Imo attacks. This is coming from the governor, Uzodimma Mbaka. I took 3 expatriates contractors to Buhari. Makinde under fire over 1.2 billion naira Oyo Lodge. Abductors threatened to kill 17 students after 55 million naira ransom. Kidnappers gave today as deadline for 100 million naira payment. Parents beg. NIN registration deadline now June 30 with 54 million enrolled. Back to you, Margaret.
Yeah, now we'll go to the Daily Times paper. The screaming headline says, bandits threaten to kill 17 varsity students. Page 2 on the Daily Times have the full story. And while Lagos made U-turn to local government elections, IM Rice Buhari says Nigeria slipping into anarchy. And on the business scene says investors pledge $8.41 billion injections into Nigeria's economy. And the top part says Warri Kingdom's missing crown. Police recovers keys to where items are kept. So yeah, some of the stories on the national dailies. But I think the recurring story is the fact that the bandits are threatening to kill the remaining
Greenfield varsity.
Yeah, it's really disheartening that the parents of these children. I know on the news yesterday it was said that the parents of the children are pleading after paying the ransom of 55 million. They're still demanding for 100 million and I think 10 motorcycles. So, and someone asked me, what do they want to do with the motorcycles? And all I had to say was, of course, for mobility. So
to carry out further attacks.
So why would they be asking for 10 motorcycles? If you're really a kidnapper, I think you should be focused on the money. If really, but asking for motorcycles, it just another.
We heard motorcycles. That's what they use when going on these abductions, and stuff. So that means they still have in mind of carrying further abductions, when eventually. And something really has to be done. You see, this thing appears to remain there because previously, these people, ransom has always been paid. And no arrests made. Instead of arrests, you're having people being pardoned, granted amnesty and stuff like that. You heard about the other day, the guy who was the brain behind Kankara students' abduction. After granting amnesty to him by the governor, the guy decided to go back to the forest. But one thing led to the other. We heard a couple of days afterwards, he was killed and stuff. It's quite unfortunate. Definitely something has to be done. Otherwise, abduction is here to stay.
And more adoptions. It's not a bad prediction. It's not. This is not. I'm not being a prophet of doom, but without adequate measures, we are sure to have more adoptions. And now, not just in the north or in the middle belt, it will spread across every facet.
It's gradually coming to the south.
And we just pray Nigeria gets better with time, because we can have mothers, fathers, guardians, sisters have to. You don't even know the next step for your child. You don't know how. You're scared, really scared, and it's disheartening. We just pray the government comes to our aid. Yeah.
All right. Right away, I think we have to take another break. We'll come back very, very shortly with the topic of the day. Stay with us.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming True unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your True unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix True unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe or ofe onugbu, begiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your True unripe plantain, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder Bus Stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
Fresh from the farm, it good for body. No chemical at all. This now real banga. No more wahala or pandy wash. Just put on for fire and your food is done ready. Everybody follow me, chop banga, hey banga, make you follow me, chop banga, banga kuku don easy. Banga na palm fruit where they come out. Put them inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup where you like. And other food them like rice, beans, and even yam. Now Pali Agro Product Limited then they manufacture them. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga, for make your food yummy.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's True unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, True unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
True unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. True unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
It's iBrand Daybreak this Tuesday morning, and straight on to the topic of the day. In what can be described as Black Sunday, the murder of Inyobong Omorin through the Nigerian social media space into mourning. On Sunday, a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer of Akwa Ibom State, Odiko Magdan, confirmed that Omorin had been lured by one Uduak Frank Akpan, 20, to his residence under the guise of a job offer, after which he raped, killed, and buried the graduate. Now, the statement revealed that Akpan had been arrested and had confessed to raping and murdering the victim. Umoren was declared missing on Thursday while attending the inexistent job interview in Akwa Ibom. Many Nigerian social media users rallied together to bring her disappearance to the notice of authorities while trending the hashtag #FindHeniUmoren. Hashtag Umoren's death left a deep impression on Nigerian social media users, with many paying homage to the deceased and calling for her killer's prosecution. Now, joining us, we got here in the studio to further look into this very, very incident. Our co-presenter here in the house, the person of Jidechi. Jidechi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mike.
Good morning,
Margaret is also very much around.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, so okay, before we start, I just want to read some reactions on social media.
In connection to this.
So, of course, connection to the story. We did some yesterday, but now, our current VIPs have reacted, saying now, Atiku Abubakar Bukola Saraki is saying, I've been following the Find Hani Umoren's hashtag closely over the past couple of days, and I'm extremely devastated that young Miss in Yobong Umoren, who simply set out to find a job, was raped and murdered. And Atiku Abubakar says, over the past 2 days, I saw how Yobong Umoren united Nigerians in a way that was admirable, yet tragic. This is heart-rending. And he also said, I called on Nigerian police and other security agencies to do all within their power to ensure that justice prevails for her family and all Nigerians. They made great efforts to find Umoren. Now, these are from the VIPs. Of course, everyone is a VIP, but then we have some reactions from concerned Nigerians also that said, at Mr. Odans, the person that murdered Hani is on the same Twitter with you and I. He probably joined us during the NSAS protest, joined in speaking against injustice in this country. He casually offered someone a job on her timeline and murdered her in cold blood. And at Ekpe Kingsley tweeted, said, if the suspect wasn't caught, he would have still been on the app interacting with people. Like he just didn't kill somebody. Do you know how scary that is? Oh yeah, we have a lot, but I'll just take one. Lastly, he says, when the Bible rules, the heart of man is desperately wicked. The desperately was put there for a reason. Well,
it's quite a sad one there.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not easy to get over with. All right, and we also learned that the parents, the family of the deceased, are now pleading with the police to release the corpse. Yeah, actually,
she's an orphan, but her sister and at the end, some families are pleading with the police that now the points that they made was they heard about the death of their sister. She's been missing, and they are aware, but the death, the fact that she was late and buried, they found that on social media. Yeah, I saw the video of that.
Actually, the situation is, I'll just go with the last tweet you read where she said it's the heart of man is actually wicked. And it's something that I've not really understood since it happened. I'm still trying to put my head around it. Yesterday I saw on a friend's WhatsApp status, I just want to have a sit down with Udwak, that's the man that murdered Ini. I just want to have a sit down with him and ask him what was going on in his mind. And that's actually the position I am right now. Because you actually wonder, this is just somebody that needed a job, and all you could just think of was evil. Why exactly? Why are people like this? This is a situation that up till now I've still not understood why it happened. Why it happened. This is a stranger to you. This is not somebody you have an issue with in the past. This is somebody you've not met before. This is somebody that is trying to make ends meet for herself. And all you could just think of is how you could just rape her and murder her.
You said it all when you said the heart of man is desperately wicked. So the Bible says, right? And this is what is playing out here, all right? And this goes to show, the circumstances leading to her death go to show us how so bad, how so shameful the state of affairs is in Nigeria. the inability of the government to do the needful, to live up to their
if
responsibility.
If there was a job in the first place, Ini wouldn't have been looking for a job online.
That is the fact.
She wouldn't have been looking for a job online.
Yeah. And now my point is, one of my points are the fact that the hashtag from family and friends had to, not even family and friends, casual people on Twitter, it was a hashtag that even called the attention of the security agencies. Why is that so? Why wouldn't, if a hashtag, someone is missing and it took the hashtag of well-meaning Nigerians on Twitter, because people wouldn't even know.
I think there was a talk of
the sister went to report.
It was missing for, I think she was missing for 4 days.
It happened on Thursday.
Yeah, before it was found where exactly she was. And I think something came up that they mentioned to the police officers after like 24 hours that this lady is missing. And then the police told them, we can't release an official missing person statement until after 48 hours.
Can you imagine?
And I think that's where the hashtag now had to come into play. It makes you wonder sometimes, do we have to do things this way how long do we want to continue like this as a country? Because it's actually pathetic. And the interesting thing about it is, usually people would say, tell everybody where you're going to. Tell somebody.
No, but we learned. She did.
Yeah, she did
all of this. So we should, at this point, we should be talking about, because for somebody to do this type of thing, for this young man to do this type of thing, it means there's the likelihood of another. In fact, it's not the likelihood of another person doing it. There's possibly another person doing it right now as we speak. How can we checkmate these things as a country? How can we? And that's another funny thing too. The fact that it happened online. You want to say you're going to be too careful about what you put out online. How careful can you actually be?
That is very, very.
You know. That's a tweet that said. Okay, there's at Guess Anything, he said that's a kidnapping ring will lure people with jobs inside Ajao Estate. Ajao Estate is Airport Road, Lagos in Nigeria. I know this because I picked the lady during my Uber days who escaped from their grip. Now apparently someone who was a passenger of his escaped and he had to pick her up, and now he's letting the story out. And now someone else saying, I remembered when someone sent me a DM, he wants to order a cake for a lady, and he told me to ask for her address. She sent it. The next day he's asked me to send the address to him. I told him I can't. Now why would who
requested for the
person wanted to send an anonymous cake to someone?
This is the time where everybody should become a whistleblower. The moment things like why would you want to buy something for somebody and you're more interested in the person's address,
and you can't ask the person yourself,
you're giving the person. Why exactly? That's kidnap tendency.
If you want to be anonymous, be anonymous. So why can't if you are so close?
Kidnap tendencies, and especially in a time like this where you're having situations like this, why would you do such a thing if you don't have ulterior motives? I mean,
now if the guy had raped her and allowed her to go,
that's the pathetic thing about this. I find myself saying things like this. Why not just rape her? Just
allow her to go.
At least she still has the trauma. Let it just be that she's living with the trauma. It's pathetic that I'm saying this, but that's how bad this situation I've got.
So you even say, you pick a better crime. Like raping alone is a crime.
That's my fear of people that are bad. That's my fear of people that are bad. Can you truly expunge evil from the world? The truth is no. We just have to find a way to live with it, and that's what makes life scary.
The delay by the government, to come up with.
I mean, we're hearing up to now, the family has not gotten her body.
Of course, they are still demanding for her body.
The police has to do a post-mortem first of all before they are able to release. According to what according to reactions, that the police might not just be able to release the body like that. They have to first of all do a post-mortem, that's an autopsy, to know what really happened before. But I think they should just allow the family see her.
It makes no
see her.
To be frank, it makes no sense.
Please send your comments, send your reactions. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you feel. I know everyone would feel bad, but tell us how you feel. Just send your reactions, send what you think we can do to adequate measures. If you've had experiences to share with us, we'd want to hear and read it on the show too. But now another part of this topic that people are saying, people said the government has failed, just like you said. And if there were jobs, probably people wouldn't have been able to. People wouldn't have to go on Twitter or social media platforms to look for jobs. We know people look for jobs on social media. So what she did was
they
really
look
bad
for
thing.
job on social media, and at the end of the day, some of them find jobs.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I think at this point, it's just personality that comes into play. Whatever happened on Twitter, it's a 50-50 thing. I wouldn't say it's the government totally. The government have their own parts to play. The fact that there are no available jobs for people who are looking for. But even when there are available jobs, I mean, people still go out to look for jobs. Twitter is a social media platform that helps people get as much things. People have gotten contracts. People have gotten lots and lots of things. So this is not a Twitter thing now. This is just the evil mindset of that, like people that are just bad. That's just what I see it as. I mean, why I had to at some point go to the thread in his original tweet where she was looking for a job. I went to the tweet and I was scrolling through the replies she had on that day. I saw some people offered her jobs, and the particular tweet, the alleged tweet from the Udwak guy, stood out because when I was checking, it was deleted. Of every other tweet she replied to, that's the only one I noticed that was deleted. And I was wondering, there were other people.
Was it before the incident?
Yes, on the day she tweeted that she needed the job. I noticed that some people responded to her, DM me, let's talk about this thing. And there are other people that actually wanted to help her. And then you as a person, you go with the you go deceive her with the mindset that you are also like these other people that want to help.
But what was it that attracted her? What was it that attracted her to this?
I think it's the case.
No, there were so many offers.
I think it's the case of she's based in Akwa Ibom and the person is also based in Akwa Ibom. I think there's always that tendency of you wanting
from her house to
the one that you're closer to. I think that's what maybe, because I noticed some other ones. I saw there's another tweet of another person. I saw a remote job and some other things. But I think it's the fact that one came from somebody who is also based in Akwa Ibom.
Then why going to his house?
No, it's not his house. They mixed.
No. She was invited to Udwak's residence, and she met him in his residence.
Yes. Like I said, Udwak's tweet has been deleted as at this moment. I don't know the exact residence, but according to what we heard from the friend, she was given a location. For a job, you're expected to go to a location.
Yeah.
So I don't think she even did the wrong thing. And if she was to go to his house, at least she told people that she's going. This is where she's going.
You know, even saying why go to his house, that I'm going to someone's house doesn't give person the right to rape me or kill me. That's just the things we're talking about.
My point at this, what I'm looking at this point is, why do people have to do what they just want to do? Why not just do the right thing? What's difficult?
Well, that's a rhetorical question there.
This is a question to which answer we can't even think
rhetorical.
of. Do you understand? It's quite unfortunate. You've said it all, I repeat, when you said the heart of man is desperately wicked, just as the Bible puts it. And there is no doubt about it. It is playing out. As we're speaking now, who knows what is going on out there?
And that's actually my fear. With what happened to her, it could actually happen to anybody.
Anybody,
job. Another person could come in form of another thing.
And even those who really think they have, in all of these things, all I could think of is those who think they have the rights to anybody's body. It's a mindset you should debunk. You do not have the right to anybody's body, and you do not have no rights. Not even a right.
That's the reason. That's the reason I keep insisting. The delay by the government to come up with law, promulgating, coming up with stipulating punishments, appropriate punishments for rape, is also not helping matters.
I was talking to a friend of mine. A friend of mine posted the picture of him and his daughter together, and I was like, wow, she's grown. She's about 11. Yeah, about 11, 12 thereabouts, that she's so grown, and all he said is, I am scared. I'm like, oh wow. You know, with the latest, especially the female gender, I know it happens to her, but the female gender is more vulnerable, if you agree with me. So he said, I am scared. And for a father who has had this girl for over 12 years, he hasn't been this scared before in his life. Then I just told him, you don't have to be scared, just all you need to do is to pray. You know, things happen, and like I said earlier about the students who are kidnapped, you don't know what parents are going through. And imagine a father now scared of his, it's not even up to a teenage girl. So you know, the world gets worse by the day. So what are the adequate measures to take to save? I don't even know the exact words to you, but
I think adequate measures we'll have to be talking about at this point is, like Michael said earlier, the government has to play its part, has to play its own part by ensuring you put proper measures that could actually take care of people. And because it's just like the common sayings, it goes, an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Yeah.
If people are busy doing things they enjoy doing, they wouldn't have time to think of evil. Then that's the part of the government. Then at the same time, the government also has to put measures to ensure that if you do this, this is what is going to befall you. Then this is just the part of the government. Then individually, we need to look at ourselves and ask if doing our fellow human beings ill really do pay us.
Just like the question.
I think that's the most important thing of all. Does it really pay to be bad?
People's hearts are depraved. They don't even think of. Some people are living without conscience.
Their conscience,
they can't even think of what.
Like the Bible said, their conscience has been smeared with hot iron. You know, when you smear something with hot iron, it's so flat. It doesn't even feel like. Someone just posted. Okay, Michael said, I don't get it. Why do you have to kill another person just like that? Where is the fear of God? And well, the fear of God is personal. I can decide to fear God. Michael can decide not to fear God.
It's funny how we talk about personal. God. These people don't think about God.
With the number of churches,
it's just like the issue that is going on with the Greenfield University students. They're not thinking about God.
You don't have to embrace the fear of God. It's personal to fear God. It's not by fault. God will say you must fear me, but you have to fear of God.
I think taking away the God factor from it, just ask yourself, as a terrorist, as an armed robber, as a kidnapper, whatever you are, a rapist, ask yourself, how is this benefiting me? I think that's the big question.
Well, one's mind is filled with evil, these thoughts will never. Which
is the sad thing about it.
Well, they might even see it as okay, it's good for me. I know some religions think when you kill, you are doing the good thing. Other religions think when you kill, you're doing a bad thing. So it's just different. It's different. People,
which makes the world scary. I mean, we're in a scary world. It's all I can say at this point.
Well, we've been here airing our views, various views on the same topic. And I wouldn't know what your views are. We had expected you responded one way or the other. Whatever thoughts you have, what we have to add here is the government has to do its part, just like Jidechi mentioned. Individuals also have their parts to play. Okay, government, live up to your responsibilities. You know, we have the resources. Do the right things. Do the needful. Create jobs, so that people don't go taking unnecessary risks. And for us all there, because we have a lot of job seekers out there, make sure you learn from other people's mistakes and don't go the same path that led to, well, we're talking about Inyobong, for instance, Inyobong's death. Be very, very careful, okay? When people invite you, ask people around, you know, let them know where you're headed, number one. Number two, is it the right thing to do, to go there? If you must go, there is nothing. It's not hurting anyone if you go in the company of somebody else. What do you think about that?
That's what it's coming to at this point. Everybody, it just makes me remember the first time I got a job, because I used to live in Imo State before I moved to Lagos. And it makes me remember the first time I got a job in Lagos. And my dad had to send somebody first, even before I left Imo. He had to actually send somebody to investigate, because it was a startup company. So it's not like it was very it was quite known, and the location was slightly hidden.
Okay.
So he had to send somebody. The first person went. The first person couldn't find the place. He told me, I'm not going. He had to send another person after like 3 days or so before the second person found it, before I could leave. So that's gently what it's getting to. Somebody on Twitter asked, at this point, it simply means as parents, our children have interviews, we are going with them. Don't care what I don't care what you're saying. If I'm free to go with my kid, I'm going with my kid. I'll sit in the lobby while you interview my kid until we're done. But the truth is that as much as this might be the new norm, do we really have that time to do these things when our children are adults?
Well, whatever precautions
it's just sad that we
take.
have to even be considering things like this.
Well, like Michael, like you said, whatever precautions need to be taken. If you have the time, please go with your child. If I have a child, and I don't pray it gets this bad when I will have my child, but if I really have to do that for any loved one, whether you're a child, a friend, a colleague, if I have to do that with you, I will do that with you. And at this point, no, we can't be too careful. We can't be
that's
as careful as you are. You just have to. I think what I would just say right now is pray.
We have to pray, and as we pray, we also do the needful. Take care of ourselves too. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So
Tweet Central.
Yeah. No, Fred. Before we go to Tweet Central, don't forget that the sports guy is with us in the studio today. So how can you forget a whole sports guru like Jideji? Jideji, do you have anything in sport for us today?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Jideji will bring us up to speed what's happening in the world of sports. So he's still here. Yeah. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go walk so pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for now. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081-6397-4447, 080-3564-4436, 070-6663-8213. Banga Fresh Palm Fruit Extract.
Yes, welcome back. It's been a sad one we've been talking about on the show right here. Yes, it's still iBrand Daybreak, and like I said, the sad story about Ini Umore. I only can say may she rest in peace at this point. Well, let's talk about the stories that are emanating from the world of sports. Not much are happening right now as we speak, but let me brief you with a little that we have. Yes, start off with birthdays. Maybe I don't do birthdays a lot on this show, but let me talk about birthdays that we are celebrating today. Start off with Clemens Westerhoff, the former Super Eagles manager. Remember that Super Eagles manager of the famous 1993 to 1996 squad. Yes, well, actually stayed longer than that, for about 5 years with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And one of the most notable things under Clemens Westerhoff was the fact that he took Nigeria to the round of 16 of the World Cup back in 1994. He did so well by winning the Olympic gold medal in 1996, and also got Nigeria to the highest ever ranking that they've achieved on the FIFA ranking, 5th in the world. And that all happened under the big man Clemens Westerhoff. He's 81 years of age today. Yeah, he's getting old and old. Yeah, time really flies at this point. Well, we can only say happy birthday to him. Another person whose birthday is today is Nigeria's very own Alexander Iwobi. Yes, the number 10 man for the Super Eagles of Nigeria is also celebrating his birthday today, and it's a good one for Iwobi, who currently plays with Everton right there in England. We've seen the lots and lots of contributions he has put in for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We are proud of him and can only say at this point happy birthday to him also. Now let's move on and talk about a big one that will be going on later tonight. Yes, the Champions League returns, the semi-finals of that one. The first leg games, remember, they went down last week, the ones between PSG and Manchester City, and of course Chelsea and Real Madrid. That one ended between Chelsea and Real Madrid ended 1-1 last week, and the other one, PSG and Manchester City. City won. We are able to defeat PSG right there at the Parc des Princes. 2-1, that one ended. But tonight is another chance, a chance for redemption for Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, they come up against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Pep Guardiola, very close to being crowned the champions of the English Premier League, and at the same time they also want to take the Champions League, and remember they've also gotten the Carabao Cup, trying to get a treble, and the only time will tell tonight if they can actually get that one, do the double over PSG. But Neymar is already talking tough. He's saying he wants to do so well. He is ready to fight like a wounded lion. Yes, that's what the Champions League is all about. Expect everyone to fight like they really mean it. Let's move on from the Champions League and end off with Lukaku, who recently became the champion alongside Inter Milan of the Serie A. Yes, his side were able to win the Scudetto and end Juventus' dominance of the Italian Serie A. Yeah, for Juventus have been winning for the past 9 to 10 seasons, and Inter Milan for the first time since 2010 they won the Scudetto. But Romelu Lukaku is right now saying he's done with the Serie A. Now his attention is turning from that one to the Euros. Remember, the Euros comes up later in June, and he's saying he wants to also win the Euros. Yeah, Lukaku has really got his eye on other trophies to win. Well, only time will tell if Lukaku can do the good one with Belgium, who he features with. That's all we have for you on the sports update for today.
All right, thank you so much, Judechi, for that amazing sports update. And it feels like this month of May is a month of birthdays, because most people, even in this office, we have a lot of Mayborns, and great people actually are born in May. So if you're not born in May, I'm so sorry. Judechi, I know you're not born in May anyway. But we are so sorry. You are not born in the month of great men and women. But everyone is great. Don't come for me after now. All right, now, we were talking about, I know we should delve into the Tweet Central now, but before that, there are some reactions on our page. I didn't read. Morenike Adetunji, she said, it's just so pathetic. Psychopaths are everywhere. We can blame the government, but at the end, it's your life. The best we can do is to be more security conscious for our own good. And Austin Oguchi says, why are people heartless this way? Well, we can't answer that question, Austin. We're so sorry. Just like Morenike said, you can blame the government all along and as much as you can. But who are the government? You and I. So in the end, it's your life. So just do what you have to do to keep yourself safe. I think that was like our parting shot before we ended that segment here.
Sure, yeah.
Do what you have to do. But now we have to go straight into the Tweet Central for the day. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. But don't worry, later today we'll have a repeat belt, and tomorrow you have another opportunity to start up the show with us and also end the show with us too. So now we'll delve right into the Tweet Central. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are trending on Twitter. There's a recent announcement that they're about to end their marriage of 27 years. I know, Michael, during the news updates, you were asking, why 27? Okay, during the break, you were asking me why 27 years. I don't know what to answer.
Yeah, you see, I thought that with the money there, issues like this would be taken care of. And that's the reason I said, the rich also cries. So this thing that happens, most marriages that have hit the rocks, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was because of lack of money or something. So with this happening to such a personality as Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, it could happen to anybody. So it's quite unfortunate, quite sad as far as I'm concerned. It's
quite sad. Well, I'll just read the tweet that says, Bill and Melinda Gates announced their divorce after 27 years. This is very disturbing. Could it be that one of the richest men in the world couldn't keep his wife happy? Well, we don't know. At 65 years, Bill Gates is talking about the next phase of his life. Oh wow. And Jiba Singh blog said, love is the death of duty. Duty is the death of love. After 27, Elon Musk. And someone also said the top 3 richest people in the world are now all out divorced. The fourth, Zook, is now the sole torchbearer of the wealthiest marriage. And someone, just like you said, as PG Man said, money cannot guarantee marital success. It can only aid it when other foundational values like friendship, mutual respect, oneness, transparency, accountability, selflessness, forgiveness, and mutually satisfying intimacy are all in place. And Judechi is here with us. So Judechi, I want to ask you, what do you think after 27 years, couples are coming to say they need privacy, they need their space. So what happened along, why all the privacy, why do you need privacy now? They get to 67, they've been married for 27 years, and at 67 you're asking for your space and privacy. Does it make sense to you?
As much as possible, I really don't like to do divorce talks because it scares me. It's one of the things about marriages that actually scares me. I'm glad to...
Don't tell me you're scared of marriage.
No, I'm not scared of marriage. I don't want to imagine myself being in the position of discussing divorce with my wife. And whenever things like this come up, especially the fact that it's lasted for this long, and also coupled with the fact that there's the money, you begin to ask, what really went wrong? So it simply means things can really go either ways when you're married to somebody. It doesn't matter how long. But like I said, as much as things like this happen, I comfort myself with the fact that at least the marriage of my parents is still working. And so it means that, yes, in as much as marriages might split eventually, there are still some that might last as long as possible. So,
but you say,
I'll just sum it up in one word. Okay. It's just sad that it happens, but it begins to become evident that it really does seem like divorce is actually part of life. Let me just put it that way.
No, I like Judechi said, not like I am scared of marriage thing, but the thing is, see, social media would really mess your mind up if you're not careful. When you go on social media and you see a lot of things, someone is married today, divorced the next week, next month, or the next year, or in 2-3 years, I ask myself, what then? If I ask myself, is love really enough? That's the question, because people who are head over heels with them over themselves, you're my butterfly, you're my potato, and in 5 years you are getting a divorce. So what happens to all those, butterflies in your beds in your stomach? So what has been keeping the marriages of our parents? And now, when Bette Edochie's matter was trending about how he was able to fix marriage, I had a conversation with someone. It was more like an argument, and he said, because some statements it didn't go well with me. He said, this new generation advice is not working. Why don't you think we should actually start, since our own is not working, the way we do our marriage is not working? But don't think we should go back to how our parents did. I was like, okay, so would you go back to your uncle picking a wife for you? We go back to, but he made sense somehow, because if you watch some of those marriages, majority of them are actually lasting. And although Bill Gates' marriage is not our own generation, but it's very few. You get rid of very few of those marriages.
Those kind of marriages.
So do you think we should? Well, that's a topic for another day. But then,
I was going to quickly add. Divorce is not good. Divorce is not advisable, but divorce will always be there, especially when the situation or condition, becomes unbearable.
And that's why I summed it up in one word. It's just sad that it is what it. I think this is where you have to see things like it is what it is, because
that is it.
Life goes on.
It would definitely. It's like it would definitely happen, but not always.
All right, thank you, Judechi, for joining us. And this segment is been an amazing one with you.
Yep.
All right,
Thank
then, before we wrap up the show, thank you all for watching. Thank you for sending me your thoughts. Please join us again tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I'll leave you with this quote from George Bernard Shaw. It says, a life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. So in all you do, rather than do nothing, it's okay to make mistakes. But what is not okay is it's okay to fall. What is not okay is to remain down after you fall. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's better you make mistakes than not do anything, because the more mistakes you make, the more you learn from those mistakes. My name is Margaret Opara.
I am Michael. Tomorrow is another day.
All right, and Jidechi, you are?
Jidechi, as always.
All right, thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.